155. I'm feeling so much better. I'm feeling so much better. I have so much to tell you, I think. But first things first, look at this piece of ram steak. I made it. It's from Bosnia. Oh, it even smells different. It's insane. And cevapcici. If you're in Bosnia, I love my country so damn much. It's just everything is better here. And some ground beef patties. Some Himalaya salt and some sparkling water, and that's that. And some butter, but it's because of the fat. And I made it in pork fat because they don't have tallow here or in the shops there when I went, and they don't have it also at the butchers. She was confused. She was so confused. She was like, no. My mom asked her, can we order it? And she, no. So my people are very easygoing with a lot of stuff, but they're also, you know, if they don't have it, they just don't have it. Don't ask. So sorry, I need to try this. I need to try this and tell you how it tastes. It's so good. Oh my God. And you have to see the apartment where I'm now, and everything is broken. So I made it in a very stupid pan, which is completely dangerously for our health, but I'm gonna stay here 8 days, so I have to do that. And everything is broken, and they have very low heat, and I still managed to make this, so yeah. So what's new? Since I post every day, who's new? I post every day. The last couple of days I posted also in the shorts and in the community part because I was not always able to do the videos. I was a couple of days in a hospital, in a private hospital in Slovenia. We did a lot of tests, MRIs, gastroscopy, endoscopy, whole MRI. We see if my MS is progressing or not, and in 14 days, and all the lab tests. And in 14 days, they're gonna tell me all the results, and then we're gonna talk about it. For now, we have some in-between results also from my dad's doctors, but I'm not gonna talk about it because I want everything to collect and then to talk to you. I had some pain relief sessions there as well with physiotherapists. I don't know what they did. They had some machines doing things. It gave me a little bit of relief, so that was really good. But the pain is there, but it was a little bit, some parts just had a little bit of pain relief, but right now it's also hurting so much. So my basic pain, which I'm now getting used to it, and that's not good. I don't take any pain meds because I want to know what's happening in my body, and I want to know when it's getting worse or not, and just don't want to numb my body with pain meds. Everything is fine. It gives me the relief I need, but that's also a problem because I don't want my body to get used to it, and I don't want my body then when it's like a 10 pain-wise that I don't have anything to take. So my constant pain is 7. If you go from 1 to 10, and 10 is the worst, it's always a 7. So that's a little bit annoying. I fasted, so that's my first meal. And yeah, so that's that with the health, with the meat. Bosnia is just my people, you know, it's my people, and they are, I feel at home here. I don't feel at home in Austria. I feel always misplaced, and most people I hang out with are in Austria are Italians, or are from my country, or are from the Balkan, or from Turkey, and you know, from countries where people are just a little bit more direct and louder, and that's how I can, you know, just express myself. So for me, always being also in Austria, it's mentally sometimes challenging because they cannot handle the way we are often, which is, you know, a little bit extreme to people who are born in Austria. And I do look up to people who are more calm and easygoing and these kind of things, and are not that emotionally triggered like we. But so I learn from both ways. But being here, it gives me mental I don't know what to say. After a day, I feel so much better mentally. Even my pain is here. That doesn't change. But mentally, I feel so much better. I have here the apartment next to my place. There is a co-working space. I was so lucky that everything was. I do believe in destiny, so I don't believe in coincidence. And this whole situation today was really crazy. Um, and I went then to the co-working space, and they were all just amazing human beings. Really, you go there, they're introducing themselves, they're being nice to you. They ask you, hey, we're all going on coffee, would you like to join? We're going there, we're having watermelons, do you want some watermelon? Let's go this, let's make this. And we went for coffee together, and they started talking about some kind of guru which fixed one of the girl's legs, and she wasn't able to walk because of an injury of her knee, and she couldn't walk like for 6 months. And they said, it's gonna take years that you really can be able to walk. And then she went to this guy, and he fixed her. And after a couple of weeks, she could walk normally, and she couldn't 6 months, like with her knee. And then the guy next to her was like, oh, are you talking about this and this guy? She said, yeah, that's him. And yeah, my cousin was there. And then he was, yeah, my uncle was there, and so on. I talked to my mom about him, and she has said, there's this guy, blah, blah, blah. And she said his name, and I said, yeah, exactly. How do you know him? And she said, yeah, everybody knows him because he's like crazy person. He lives next to the border. You can't make appointments. You can't call him. You just know because people talk, and then you know what to do. You go there to his house, and then you just stand in front of his house and waiting until he realizes that you are in front of his house, and then he decides if he's gonna take you, and he immediately knows what you're having without you talking. He just gives you the space to, and do something, and then you're fixed. And that's what everybody's saying. And my mom is really a person who's really, knowing that also from my grandfathers and so on who are living here. And she said, yeah, he's famous and he doesn't take money. That's the funny part, because he feels insulted if somebody's offering him money. So most of the people just bring him rakia, which is highly like schnapps, high percent alcohol, or just these kind of gifts, and he doesn't have price lists or something. He really feels insulted. That's, and I said to my mom, let's go there, I now can't because of my work, but maybe next week or something. It's not far from here. It's maybe an hour. I said, let's go there. If he fixed me, believe in God, I paid like in total around, I'm broke. I'm honestly broke now, but that's the good part. In Bosnia, everything is like extremely cheap. Paid over almost 4,000 euro now for all the tests and all the stuff I did, and some of them really helped immediately, like with the pain relief stuff, so that helped. But with the hotel and everything, it was like a little vacation from the hotel part with the whole family. But the MRI and the endoscopy and the blood results came in total like 3,000. So that's a lot of money. But when I'm invested, I'm totally invested. So by the way, everybody who's watching me now for a long time, they know at work there was crazy things happening. Now it seems like they want to fire my team lead who make all the troubles. So I don't know what's gonna happen to all of us. So this is like, everything is just a lot of question marks in my whole life, with my health, with my team building things. But one thing I know is that I so freakingly believe in God and destiny and karma, and all the things come to you when it should come to you, and everything will be horrible just because it has to be horrible, because you're gonna learn from it. Something's great gonna happen because you were on the floor. So trust me, this one thing. Everybody who's watching me, they know how bad and how much I suffered the last couple of weeks, and right now even my pain is still at this state, just from the mental part, understanding or getting to understand myself better, just by being now able to travel and to work from remote just this summer, these next 2 months, and just figuring things out, understanding things, talking to people also who had same stuff like I did, or similar things, just figuring out the medical parts, nutritional parts, whatever. That is so inspiring, and inspiration is something that keeps people alive. If they feel inspired to do something, it makes them feel good. And that's what I was actually missing. And also now this whole situation at my work, that maybe my team lead is now sick, so he disappeared. I know that there is a lot of chaos needs to be fixed, and that's what I'm amazing in. I'm so good in bringing structure into chaos. It just takes a little bit of time. Everything is breaking down, and then I'm start working. And that's the same thing with my health. I had my breakdown. You watched my breakdown, and I knew at that point, as soon as I start my investigations, my things, my data, my experimenting, my just doing something, that's the part, I started feeling inspired. And the same thing happened to my health now. I feel inspired. Feel inspired to fix everything. And that's what I realized about myself. I'm a fixer. That's my superpower. That's my passion. I love to fix things, not people. I don't like to fix people. That's a big difference, I have to say. I love to fix myself or my health and these kind of things. But the most I love to fix is chaos, because somebody left chaos. Everybody feels then they can't get themselves out of this chaos, and then I swoop in. And that's how, I feel motivated and just organize and structure. And also in the shorts, I explained it, I think yesterday, I wrote the doctor for the Carnivore protocol, which is the high vitamin D, which has amazing results for MS and all these things. And I'm just gonna talk to her. One session, it's about 18 minutes. I'm gonna be there. She's certified for that. It costs about 250 euros. She's a doctor who has the certificate and everything. And then she's gonna explain to me how this works, what I have to do, and so on and so on. So we know now from a little bit research that it acquires very strict things, but I won't speculate, and I don't want to have to research online. I really want to hear from her. I really want to see what's that. I'm going to talk to you guys about it, and then I'm going to decide if I go this way or not. So that's why I don't want to speculate about these kind of things. We're just going to see what she has to say then in September, and then we're going to talk about it. Also at September, I made an appointment for the specialist for thyroids because of my Hashimoto and iron. She's specialized in that. She has good recommendations, and we're gonna see what she says about the whole iron parts things. So that's gonna be interesting, and also about my Hashimoto, And the third one, she didn't respond yet. That's the one who fixed my dad. They said he had a stroke, but he didn't. She found this virus in his brain, and she fixed it somehow. Don't know what exactly she did. There are like these guru people doing things which are not normal like things. My dad has also some shamans who did stuff also with me when I was a kid, and believe me, most people will think, oh my god, how crazy are these people, by laying down in a room. I can't even explain it. It's just like in a horror movie. I was very young, and there are just strange people in a living room waiting, nobody's talking. Then the guy comes in, takes you away, puts you on a like this for doctors. You look up, everything is full of holes, and the cables are just dripping down like in a horror movie. And even the bathtub was like really dirty, and everything was dirty, like extremely dirty, like messy dirty. And I was sitting there and I was like, Mom, Dad, are you fucking insane? What are you doing? What is this, And at the time, and my dad said, I know how it looks like. Believe me, trust me, it's gonna work. So then I was having this interaction with this strange dude, which is a shaman, and the way he was doing it and what he was doing was also like, but it worked at the time. I had some issues and it worked. So I had also an experience with also this kind of person in Austria. I always forgot about that because it was too extreme. It was really too extreme. He did stuff which were with some things and some energy things and some, you know, breaking stuff. Even here, my ear parts, he was breaking and stuff, doing crazy things. Just, he was doing so much. In 1 hour, he was doing boom, 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 boom. It was like crazy. And I was like, I don't know what he's doing, you know. I just said, okay, let's try this, you know, after I had my MS. And then I went back in my room, I remember that. And then I broke down. It was just like, you cannot explain that. You have to have this experience to understand that you have no clue how to even explain what's happening in your body. And at that time, too much at the same time happened, and my body was just out of control, and everything was just not how it should be. But it was good, but it was bad, it was sad, it was crazy. I can't even explain it. And then I felt better after 3-4 days. So I forgot about that, actually, about this guy. So I'm gonna make an appointment maybe with him as well. I always forget because there are so many things, you know, and I'm just so full of inspiration. And don't tell me to keep it calm, you know, take it easy, don't do anything too much and so on. Shut it, my little people, because that's not how I work. I work like this, and I hope you see the difference. I work like a, you know, like a little bunny with batteries, because that's what's working for me. That's how I work. Some people need to rest, take it easy, do one thing after another. I'm not the person. And these things fix me most of the time. And I know I'm gonna be fixed. I know that in my bones. So, you know, the pain is coming in waves and goes in waves. And sometimes it's just really bad. And also, by the way, from the pain part, I had the fasting about 60 hours once also. I documented it as well. Had the same pain constantly. It didn't matter if I eat what I eat, if I stop eating, if I was vegan, if I was American diet, if I had sugar, if I didn't have sugar. Like for 2 years now, nothing really changed. It was getting worse and worse. So that's why I was a little bit concerned. But I'm just so committed. And tomorrow I'm gonna go to my therapist, who is fixing my back always, and see what he's gonna say to that, because he's also like a really smart person with these kind of things, and he has just magic hands. So I believe in destiny. I believe that everything that these things are happening will bring me to the point where just things gonna be fixed. Yeah. Oh. And I'm so looking forward now for my steak. So, about carnivore. Oh, I didn't told you that. I made not a DEXA scan, but seeing how much fat I have and how much muscle mass and how much weight. And I made the test when I started carnivore 30 days after, and I made it a couple of days ago. So I made in between, I was carnivore, and it's 120 days. So in 120 days on carnivore, what did happen then? I lost 10% of body fat, and it turned into muscle mass, and even me having still the same weight, and even me not really seeing massive changes by myself, seeing of course that it's more muscles than before, but not realizing it that much, because you see yourself every day, so you don't see that. So that's the thing. I'm living proof for that. And I couldn't do any kind of exercise the last couple of months. I couldn't go to the gym doing anything because I'm really in pain. So I wasn't exercising. I had maybe, and you can watch all of my videos, I was always completely honest about everything. I maybe had 2 weeks in my journey that I was really going and doing a lot of CrossFit and these kind of things, and then my body broke down again and I couldn't do anything. So that's basically that. I couldn't even walk with my dog for, you know, a couple of 3,000, 4,000 steps sometimes. So I did nothing different than before, and I'm now in a very good, it's about 25% fat. So I'm in the normal range of everything. The first time I haven't been, so that's amazing. And also, it's so easy to be carnivore at some point. It's so easy, especially when you're in countries like Bosnia. You can go to the butcher and say and order, for example, a rump steak, and they are having the grill there, but only until 3, so that's why I had to do it myself. And they make it for you. Whatever you order, they make it for you on this hot, grill plates, and professionally. It's just, wow. You buy it fresh, they make it, you take it, you eat it. I mean, I don't know if you have that in America or England or something. I never saw that before like that. And it's just so cool. It's just so cool, I love it. And just the people being so open, and they're so social, they just want to go out and drink coffee all day long. That's how we work. But that's the beauty about it. It's just about spending time with the elderlies, grandfathers. Yesterday we visited babies from a friend's house, and they're so spontaneous. In Austria, I have to plan with my damn friend 14 days in advance a little meetup for a half an hour to talk to each other, and then she reschedules for another 14 days or next month for a friend. And she's like one of my oldest friends. So what the hell's going on with these people, really? And that's why this makes me so angry. All the social aspects of what's happening in the world, and everybody's just closed up here. It's because they don't have much money. Here everything is really low key, but they have things that should be normal, even inviting a person and saying, you're not gonna pay for the coffee, crazy, go away. When I said I should have left the money for a one, not even 50 cents coffee, I said, are you insane? Go, because that's not how this works here. The man's gonna pay, but the women are doing all the rest thing, and just having this balance thing, and this just having a little bit of decent, I don't know, courtesy or these kind of things, and just when they're engaged with each other, it's just completely different. And it's like you know them for years, because they start talking about themselves, about their lives, about the family. And I knew now, after 10 minutes with them, drinking coffee, everything about their families, how old their children are, what they're doing, how much fun they have, what their health issues are, everything. And that's how we are, and that's what always the people in Austria are so overwhelmed. And that's why I said I feel here like myself. Eating meat, they're like, yeah, sure, get it, come on, let's have some meat. Where do we have steaks? Of course we know, all these stupid vegetarians who wanna go vegetarian. They're eating constantly kaimak, which is like this out for milk cheese, and that's like a thing, that's the cheapest thing they could make also when the war was here. So it's so inspiring. I feel so just, so I'm so thankful what happened to me health-wise in the end, because that's why I asked my boss in first place if I can work from everywhere for the next couple of 2 months, just to be able to have all my appointments and just book co-working spaces, and he allowed me to. And if I wouldn't get so sick and so bad and had all these issues, I wouldn't have the chance to do so. And now spending some time with people who I think are doing me better, and I'm surrounded myself with people now who are just, I feel better with them, I feel just more motivated for life, for things, for socializing, because they're just different. And I hope that will never change, to be honest. So yeah. You see, even me in pain, I'm just happy that I'm here and I'm not gonna eat. And let me know how you feel. Let me know how you like my steak. Is it a good steak? Did I do good? I don't know, but it is good. So, love you guys, and see you tomorrow, as always.